It's Monday. Nope. All right. Nope. It is not. It's not a Monday. In fact, it is Tuesday and a Tuesday. Oh, I can do that with every day of the week. That's gonna drive me mad, or make my already uh, welcome to 15 Minutes of Faye. I am Faye Lily, and this is the perfect amount of me. I am so excited to be talking every morning, which is weird. I mean, I don't know if I need that qualifier. Um, Happy Tuesday still, I guess it's still. The days are moving in a very interesting way and manner on account of the actions of the empire we live within. There was a alarm just as I said that, and I planned that actually. I did an arson so that way an alarm would cop, which is actually because I was gonna do something for like a crime, but the cops wouldn't arrive on time, so I did a fire. So the fire department would. Do fire departments not show up for places? Do we have that stereotype? I don't know. I don't know if we do. And if we do, I will. I'll find it. I'll find out. Let me know in Let me know in the comment section. Um, I am excited to. I've said that already once. Wow, rough start for your girl, who is just kind of letting it rip. I kind of felt off the last couple of weeks. I was on another ADHD medication, this time not a stimulant, because I was on a stimulant before and it was interestingly bad. It was interestingly really bad actually. I felt very much like I couldn't stop. You know when you watch yourself do the wrong thing and in your head you're screaming stop, stop, and you can't. You just keep doing the wrong thing, and that disconnect between the body and the brain needed to be a little more rectified, a little more put together, a little more fusion. I and it has been a little more as I just take focus on other mental health stuff in my life. Of course, as someone who has a conscience this time, I mean, this is like local Chicago stuff, so I'm happy to, I kind of want to talk about it. I was gonna vote for Catawba Gonzala, I am between Catawba Gonzala and Mike Simmons. Mike Simmons Rules is so effective, and there is a warmth that appears to him that is just delightful. And someone in Bueno Park called the cops on him while he was canvassing. He's an African American man, and he had the cops called on him by some racist, one of our racist neighbors. And I do want he is a member of our community. He is from our community, and the thing that would show, Girl I Guess said. Most of what I understand is from Girl I Guess. I like Catawba Gonzala because I like having somebody who will. I just want somebody to tell Trump to suck my dick, and if any congressperson is gonna say suck my dick, it'll be Catawba Gonzala. Mike Simmons would not say that. He seems like an incredibly kind individual. And Catawba Gonzala, I think, is kind too. I just think their kindness manifests in very different ways. So I'm not sure yet. I mean, she's a Palestinian American, and all of her policies I enjoy a great deal. Plus, I do think she would just, she'd make it was awesome to see in debates the, way she would push everyone further. And the only way she'd be able to actually push people further is if she gets in Congress, because then she'll be saying things that make a lot of sense. As long as, and if she sucks, then if she sucks, then we go Mike Simmons. But that also sucks to Mike Simmons. And what do we value more is probably a question we have to consider. I don't value the federal government. I think the way we should move, I don't value it. Unfortunately, it's kind of a wreck. I mean, 70 some odd percent is just military spending, and the rest is tax breaks for trillionaires. What's the point of that? That's not a government. That's a corporation. That's a foot. I mean, that's a foot on the neck. Give it a little smell of them toes. Suckle on those toes. Nom, 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 nom. Me when I have an opportunity to bootlick, and it's like it's hard because like I am trying to figure out what it is to be in community with people in this. As somebody who's just like naturally afraid of people. And that I know that tends to surprise. Well, it does surprise some of the people in my life because I can appear. I mean, I have in the past. I don't know. In the past I was an academic advisor, and getting to work with and help students kind of every day, it did help me feel kinder and more connected to the world. I did feel like I was doing something. And I lost that perspective because Loyola, where I worked, was awful. It was an awful place to work. It was awful to me. I did deserve to get fired. I'm not contesting that I deserved to get fired. I was acting like an NBA player who's trying to get traded. I was just doing like real Kevin Durant, James Harden, bitch moaning, crying. I'm not showing up to practice, or I'm going to show up to work 45 minutes late and take an hour and a half lunch. Just sit at the beach in the winter. We're living, laughing, trying. No, it was time to leave that job. I'm bad at leaving things when they're bad for me. There were signs, that I should leave. The biggest one was that I was taking tea bags and rolling them into spliffs to smoke during my lunch breaks. I'm a normal girl who is medicated now, dun, dun, she's medicated now, better medicated, better cated, take a medication. Medivacation. Well, no, because that feels like a vacation from a vacation. Would that be a medivacation? I mean, Mark Zuckerberg wants a meta vacation to be visiting a world in AI. Heyo! I'm giving myself a high five. I had to take up my water bottle. That was a high five, and also action. This was recorded before my action. It was just supposed to start. It's just supposed to start. My brain is broken. I am so happy by it, though. I am very delighted at the speed in which my mind moves. And I know it can be in excess. Oh, that was horrible audio. I was playing with Velcro. What an awful thing to be doing during a podcast or video cast or wherever you get your, wherever the things you get are. I don't even know if it manifests in the sound, but, Oh, wait. This is going to be gruesome. Your leg lands with a thud, and you hear the sound of your joint snap. Right? Did that feel good? Was that good? Did that work? I don't know if that worked. And that's me. I'm now fully. Here is the sound of a bird call? And that's what we did. Ow! And that would have been me hitting my head on a... If I was tall, that would have been a tall person hitting their head on the barister of a ceiling. Is barister the right word, or is that like a lord word? Barrister might be like a word for a lord. Please welcome Barrister Alabash. Barrister Collins. I did watch Pride and Prejudice for a couple times for a show that I was a part of called Laugh Along Live, which is at Stars and Garters. And I do want to shout out Stars and Garters as well, just because they have a really progressive model for performers. It's 50-50 revenue split among among theater performers. They're open about it, which is really, it's just good. It's a good split. It's nice to have a place that's like a little more performer focused. So we're living, laughing, doing it. I'm licking my lips because they do look very dry in the video, and that's on girl. I am just a little bit. I'm just a little bit. I'm just a little bit. She's just a little bit. Just a little bit. And that's a song, a bit of a song. She's a song, a little song bit. Um, I'm back doing improv again. I took a little break from that. Sometimes you need time away from something to like, when you do something really well for the first time, like the first time you connect the dots of all of how like an art form is supposed to, like how you want to do an art form in a way that is most congruent to you, and you feel it for the first time, and then you try to reach that apex kind of from that point forward to make that like proof of what you're capable of your regular, and then in the process of making the proof of what you're capable of your regular, you find something else that you want to reach towards. And so that's sort of what had been happening both with stand-up and improv, but also with all this medication that kind of took me away from myself in a way that like it made me revert, I would say, is probably, and not take the away from myself, revert to the patterns of my behaviors that when qualities of self are in excess, or without excess, or without anything, then they manifest in ways like if you have no confidence but you want to act like you have confidence, then you're just arrogant. And I had a whole bunch of arrogance about the world and the people that I care about. It feels good to feel like I'm building healthy emotional friendships as opposed to things where I'm just like, you're a tool for me to dump my feelings on. And that's bad, and I don't like that. In fact, I don't think anyone in my life really liked that, and so I'm hopeful, we can only grow. And the things that I know that I have done, that I don't love all of them, but that does not mean that I have to hate what it took for me to live, or the things that I did when I didn't know what was going on in me, and like the consequences are fair always. I never discount any action of mine. It was an action, and it sucked to realize I had been behaving as though everyone does not like me, and that is a falsehood, metrically false. That's quantifiable. Quantifiable. She's quantifiable. She's got big titties. Are you quantifying those titties too? The number is 2 if you quantify the titties. You're just putting if it's a number. If you have 2 women, then it's 4. It's 1-to-2 ratio mostly. I mean, if we're talking people who consider themselves women and have had the opportunity, because if you don't like them and you don't want them, we don't even have to act like they're there. We can just be like, America is preventing you from get something you need, and that's on T. And that's on Fierce, and that's on Fabulous. I've been swearing more again. I feel like I stopped doing that as like I tried to refigure out, trying to feel like feminine but strange at the same time. A lot of, I think, like the ways I had performed felt maybe masculine in their strangeness, or maybe just to me, that's probably just like a me feeling in the congruence of like how gender is a constant subject on my brain, like it is such a huge part of my identity. And like I'm just a girl. It's just like a qualifier, qualifier, I hardly know her. That joke makes me sick to my stomach, and I can't stop it anymore. I can't fight the bits that I'm fighting. They are cruel, and I am excited. That's the 4th or 3rd time I've said that, which means that this podcast was an absolute success today. And, game-changing winner, beautiful, excellent work. Heck yeah, knock it out, make it feel good, no doubt. My co-host has joined for a second to say what they want to say. Hey Oreo, rubbing your head against the mic. Hey Oreo, rubbing your head against the mic. Oh, that's my cute cat. They're so good. Oreo, I'm glad you're here, Ben, so I can pet you. You're rubbing your head around it. You're not gonna say anything. You're only doing this for the video viewers. You're not gonna give. Oh, that was you. You're rubbing your head on the mic. Is that your way of saying that it's time for me to end the podcast and give you love, affection, and attention? Yeah. Okay, well, then that is what I'll do, my dear. Thank you all so much for listening. I will be back tomorrow, as every day, or as Monday through Thursdays, for the time being, and have yourselves a good Tuesday, Monday, whatever day of the week it is. Loves.